Good morning, friends. We are at the next topic in the module 5 nanotechnology, and in this session we will be discussing about the synthesis of the nanomaterials by precipitation method and chemical vapor deposition methods. Synthesis of nanomaterials by precipitation method. In this method, no inorganic metal salts like chlorides, nitrates, acetates or oxychlorides is dissolved in water. Metal cations in water exist in the form of metal hydrate species such as AlH2O and FeH2O 6 times. When we dissolve the inorganic salt such as chlorides, nitrates, they are all dissolved in water. Then metal cations in water exist in the form of a metal hydrate species. The species are hydrolyzed here by adding a base solution like either ammonium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide. On increasing the concentration of the hydroxyl ions, the hydrolyzed species condense with each other to form a metal hydroxide precipitates. The precipitates is washed, filtered and dried. The dried powder is calcinated subsequently to obtain the final crystalline metal oxide. The process is very simple in the precipitation method. We have to take the inorganic metal salts. Which are all the inorganic metal salts? Chlorides, nitrates, acetate or oxychlorides, which are first dissolved in water. Then the next step is the metal ions in water exist in the form of a metal hydrate species such as, see, if aluminum is there, how it will be existing in water? AlH2O 3 plus. Or FeH2O 6 times. The species are hydrolyzed by adding base solution. Next base will be added like NaOH or ammonium hydroxide will be added, and we have to increase the concentration of the hydroxyl ions here to form a metal hydroxide precipitates. And then once the precipitate is formed here, the precipitate is first filtered and dried. The dried powder is calcined subsequently, that is heating in the absence of a air or oxygen. Calcination is heating in absence of air or oxygen subsequently to obtain the final crystalline metal oxide. Example is gold nanoparticles are obtained by precipitation method. Aqueous solution of gold is reduced to phosphorescent. A mixed solution of carbon disulfide and water. Is called phosphorescent. A ruby colored aqueous solution of dispersed gold nanoparticles is obtained here. To prevent the precipitation of gold, nanoparticles of gold is passed to calcium sulfate solution here. As soon as they are formed. As soon as the gold nanoparticles are formed, there are chances of, for gold to getting spoiled. To prevent the precipitation of the gold, nanoparticles of gold are passed through the calcium sulfide to prevent the precipitation. Next, removal of the solvent. How the solvent molecule, excess water will be there, how it is removed. The polycondensation reaction continues until the gel transforms into a solid mass of nanoscale clusters, accompanied by contraction of the gel network and expulsion of solvent from gel pores. The aging process can exceed 7 days and is critical to the prevention of cracks in the gel that have been cast. And finally, heat treatment is done. The encapsulated liquid is removed from the gel by evaporative drying, and then the sample thus obtained is heat treated to obtain the nanoparticles. This is about the diagrammatic representation of the precipitation method. Advantages in this process are the process is economical, wide range of single and multi components of oxide nanopowders can be synthesized. Disadvantage is inability to control the size of the particles, chances of aggregation of the nanoparticles like gold. Inability to control the size of the particles, and is they may form aggregated once again of nanoparticles. Next, synthesis of nanoparticles by another method, chemical vapor deposition method. In this chemical vapor deposition method, it is one of the widely used methods for producing the carbon nanotubes. Generally, they are referred as CNTs. In this process, thermal decomposition of a hydrocarbon is achieved in presence of a metal catalyst. So it is also called as a catalyst vapor method. Okay. Here what is done? Hydrocarbons are taken to synthesize the carbon nanotubes. Okay. Here no, this process is achieved by using a metal catalyst. So this chemical vapor deposition is also called as a catalyst vapor deposition method. Example is a synthesis of the CNTs by CVD method. CVD means chemical vapor deposition. Sometimes it is also referred to as a catalyst vapor deposition methods. Here the principle of this method is to crack a hydrocarbon vapor. Okay, that's a precursor. Okay, the starting material used to synthesize the chemical vapor deposition method is a hydrocarbon, that is called as a precursor. Okay, and a heated catalyst and the carbon deposited on the surface is allowed to grow to form a CNTs. Very simple here. Hydrocarbon will be taken and it will be heated in presence of a catalyst. Okay, and the carbon nanoparticles formed are allowed to grow on the surface of the catalyst here. Process. Carbon nanotubes are synthesized by chemical vapor deposition method. In this process, hydrocarbon vapor is passed on a heated catalyst. Which are all the catalysts used here? Like iron, cobalt and nickel and platinum catalysts, etc. can be used. Any one of these catalysts can be used. Okay, which is kept in a tubular furnace at a sufficiently high temperatures to decompose the hydrocarbon into carbon and hydrogen. Okay, depending on the hydrocarbon precursors used here, the temperature is in the range of 600 to 1200 degree centigrades. An inert gas is also passed for 15 to 60 minutes. CNTs grow on the catalyst surface and are collected after cooling the furnace. Usually methane, ethylene, acetylene and CO gases are used as precursors. Okay, we can use any of these hydrocarbons. Okay, methane you can use, ethylene, acetylene. Okay, any of these is used as a precursors in the synthesis of the carbon nanotubes. If liquid hydrocarbons such as benzene and xylenes are used now as precursors, they are poured into the furnace by bubbling and inert gas. By bubbling the inert gas, they have to be taken to the furnace. This is the diagrammatic representation. Hydrocarbon is passed into the chamber. Okay, inside the required temperature for the synthesis of the nanocrystals is maintained, and the catalysts will be used here. Platinum, cobalt, nickel, any catalyst will be used here. Okay, and the hydrocarbon is decomposed into hydrogen and carbon, and that carbon nanoparticles formed are allowed to grow on a catalyst surface, and after cooling it will be separated. Advantages here are simple technique and does not require a ultra high vacuum and all, and possible to deposit nanomaterials with almost any shape and size, and byproducts are and leftovers are easily removed. It is easy to remove any byproducts if it is formed. And disadvantages here are precursor used are volatile, okay, and usually hazardous and extremely toxic. So that the byproducts may also become toxic. Okay, as the precursor used are toxic here, the products formed may also become toxic here. Okay, thank you friends. This is the end of the topic. We will be meeting shortly with a new topic. Until then, take care.